So we're back home. It's like the longest drive of my life, both ways. We got home at 4:30 last night. So I'm gonna keep the intro short here, but there's just there's so many people that made this happen and made this whole weekend just absolutely perfect. Brian obviously built the entire turbo kit, all the fabrication on the car. Whitey put the motor together. We got this thing fired Wednesday. We fired it previously and we had some issues and we just called the trip, so we're not going. It's just not possible. And then we figured out my idiotic issue. So it became like a 24-hour scramble to finish this car because we've just kind of given up on it, pushing the corner. So yeah, so Whitey had all these nights coming over, helping me assemble this thing, finish it. Johnny, he's coming over trying to get this thing done. Steven was up here. You know, he's not close. He's like an hour and a half away from me, but he came up twice the last 2 nights before we left. He was here right before we loaded this car to go. He was here the night before, late, trying to help me get this thing right so we could get up on the brake. That was the only testing we did before we brought the car out. Is me and Steven were here and we put it up on the brake. I let go on like 4 pounds. It spun the tire and we said, it's good enough. It's all the time we got. Put it in the trailer. We'll figure out any other issue we got once we get there. So, I mean, Brian and Johnny and Whitey, you know, they made the whole trip out there. Everybody pitched in. This isn't like I'm just funding this whole thing on my own. These guys are paying for gas and helping me. They're buying me food and stuff because I got no money left. And I mean, my wife, like, to put up with all this stuff for like the last 2 weeks is just insane. My old man, my mom, they're trying to help out. My dad's banging together gears for me. Like Dad, I need gears. I don't got any. He's like, I got a set of 370s, and we're like, whatever, that'll work. It's better than the 456s we got in the car now. So he's slamming gears together for me. I mean, so many people. Zach Brown, he's like, I don't know, he lives like 9 hours away from here, and he's on the phone trying to help fix this. I mean, just so many people involved in this. I'm so grateful that we were able to pull this off. The weekend was absolutely perfect. I would have never imagined the car would get the kind of reception that it got out there. I was just completely overwhelmed. Like, Motion asked me to put this thing in the booth, and that was amazing in itself. Like, are you kidding me? You want my clapped out car sitting on the midway here with all these people looking at it? But sure enough, we put it there and people are eating it up, doing like interviews with magazines and stuff. Like, are you kidding me? It's just some old bracket car we dug out of the desert and, you know, slammed a 107 Chinese turbo on. But just sit back and watch these people take this thing was just incredible. Like, I couldn't have dreamt this up. BTR, they were across Midway from us. They were amazing. We got to meet Logan. He slammed a sticker on the back window of the car. That should be said too. Like, this is a 100% stock motor that I took out of a junkyard like 4 weeks ago. And with a parts order of less than $1,000 from BTR, that's all that's in this thing. I mean, of course, like, we got an intake on it and an elbow, but other than like some BTR valve train, this thing is as stock as they come. It's got some head studs in it. It's dressed with Motion brackets and Motion valve covers and stuff. They're the reason this thing, it looks half decent sitting still. It's got some of their fuel pump stuff on it. I mean, those two companies are amazing this weekend. I could not believe it. I was shocked they even knew who I was, you know? Like, I thought I was just some dude ordering parts from them, but they knew exactly what the car was and everything. It was incredible. We bring this thing out, and I was shocked when this thing went 580, you know, and it was on 18 pounds, and we kind of knew at that point, like, we might have a legitimate chance here. And we started turning up, and the car just kept responding, and it just wanted to go to the bumper every time, and it worked flawless. This thing's got 14-inch wheel on it with a 10.5-inch stiff sidewall, and it worked perfect, just like Higgins told me it would. He said, "Yep, it works. I promise you it'll work." So we went for it, and it panned out. Like I said, I can't thank everyone enough. There's so many people that helped make this possible. But here's the recap. It's kind of lengthy, but it was a long weekend. It was like 12 hours between rounds. So stick with it. There's some pretty good entertainment in here, I think, and.
This is all one giant line for pre-registration.
Point number 9, Johnny. Are you for drag race? He's gonna park. see the big crowd over there? Yeah.
Johnny,
Huh?
you want to be on camera with me?
What am I gonna talk about?
I'm filming right now
Oh yeah?
about how it's 100 degrees out. Stop playing the drums! I'm trying to make the YouTube video.
Is there a flag in there?
I can't make a YouTube video and you're playing on the drums. Turn off the drums! Shit. You don't want to be in it, Johnny?
Nah.
Okay.
Get all pissy.
Should I talk about our wild failures?
First pass, how it went, and what we changed.
So,
Didn't change nothing.
Yeah,
yes, we did. We made one test pass, and the limiter said
we're
6,000.
supposed to take our test runs at 5:30. It is now 9.
We're a little behind schedule. We made one test pass, and turns out our limiter was set to 6,000 RPM, and it got there really quick, like 7/10 of a second. So we're pretty sure the converter's too loose, which doesn't make a ton of sense. There's Brian in the background. Everybody's kind of on edge. Made one pass so far. Hey, white train. So we were supposed to make our first qualifier at 5:30. It's now, what time is it? Easy on the shocks.
9
Like,
o'clock.
Brian's dialing in the shocks. Everybody's losing their mind. It's
9
9 p.m. People are hot.
Actually,
I'm sweating. Somebody just oiled down the track, the entire track, right as I got suited up. Window net, whole 9 yards. Oh, sounds like we're running again. So
sounds like we're ready.
the limiter is at 8,000 RPMs now, and we're gonna let her fly. There's a whole lot of noise and panic back there, and Whitey's yelling about something terrible happening, and I think he tripped the parachute. Whitey, what happened?
You know, pant leg, the old
Pant
N1
leg, huh?
jeans.
The whole pant leg. Poor guy's car probably dented the hood.
It didn't hit his car.
Oh, right off the windshield.
No, it didn't.
Easily.
Calm.
We're sorry.
I'll buy you a beer. Calm down. Sorry, I'll get you a can of Plasti Dip. Goddamn.
Oh, he's good. He looks a little dazed and
Actually tried to
confused.
I'm not dazed and confused.
No, the Power Ranger.
Oh.
So it was confirmed. Whitey tripped the parachute
On accident.
on accident and deployed it onto the hood of James's from Cletus McFarland's YouTube channel onto his hood
On accident.
on accident. And they said it was okay, but Whitey has to re-plasti dip his hood.
And a beer.
And then Whitey and Johnny couldn't remember how to pack the chute, and I don't know how to pack the chute. So Cletus himself was nice enough to pack our chute for us. So, slightly embarrassing? Or nah?
Embarrassing on me, but I
On
can
you.
take it.
But you're good, yeah, you're good. Okay, it's fine. So there's another oil down, so we're sitting here again. We moved 2 cars. So I'm thinking by what, midnight? Midnight make first pass? So last night we went 580 on 18 pounds. We still don't have an 02, so we're just relying on the Steven tune right now, but she's dead on. It's running perfect. We only went 145 in the 60 last night, so we decided to turn it up on the line. We left on 7 pounds this time. That's our second qualifier this morning. We went 130 to the 60, and we went 540 at 129. So the car's been up in the motion booth all weekend, and I got back and popped the hood, and there was a huge crowd around it after that pass. And some guy goes, "How much you throwing at it?" Oh, we're on the golf cart now. And I said, "Well, all of it, not really 24 pounds." He goes, "Yeah, I can tell your coupler's blown off." So luckily the wife overnighted me one to have as a spare. So we're gonna go toss this on now.
And your shitty tape jobs.
Ryan just banging down the coupler repair up at the motion booth. Only people working on a car at the Midway.
Hey, get this. Get this part. Where's that go?
Oh, the wideband we don't use?
Oh, wow. We'll just tuck that in there.
That's fine. Johnny over there just tending his... What's the famous guy? Wolfgang Puck. Johnny, aka Wolfgang Puck, tending his $20 Walmart griddle, running off the Harbor Freight generator, and he'll serve it to you in a red cup.
Red cup.
And you
Red
get
Solo cup.
a red Solo cup, and you get no utensils, and you just have to eat it like a wild animal.
It's kind of easy. You put ketchup in the bottom of it, tip the cup back, take a bite, tip it back over, and it redips itself. So it's like self-serving.
Oh, this could be like a state fair item.
Yes.
Steak in a cup.
Yes, with self-serving A1 sauce, ketchup on it.
I like it. That's good. Just out here on a scavenger hunt for service. Johnny had to phone home real quick, check in. They said he could spend another night. But just to give you an idea how big this event is. So this is just the drag racing side of it. Track's way down yonder. These are all spectators. We're probably, I don't know, a mile from the gate. It is insane. Apparently they have 1,800 cars scheduled, registered.
Johnny, what time is it?
12 o'clock?
When's the last time we ran?
It's 11:30 right now. Last time we ran was probably, what?
12 and a half hours ago.
Yeah.
We've made 2 qualifiers in 48 hours. Spirits are low. Our radio's dead. The good news is there's only like 7 more classes before we run. So I'm thinking, what time do you think, Johnny? What time do you think we'll run?
1:30.
Johnny says 1:30. Harry over here. Harry put the big tune-up in it. He says it's either going to the bumper or it's just gonna blow tires off. We're real excited to try it though. So stand by. We'll report back in a few hours. It's 12:30 a.m. I'm real tired. We're about to make qualifier number 3 with the big ramp in it. Hope I don't do a backflip. Hair, yep.
At this point, I'm yelling at Johnny because the windshield is fogging over faster than the little bit of heat coming out of the cowl can contain it. So everything's a blur. If you notice what the back of the car looks like, the back window, that's what the front window looks like, and I'm trying to see outside of it. So luckily Johnny can understand my weird yelling and murmurs that he's picking up on. He knows that I need him to clear the windshield so I can try and see the Christmas tree.
What a ride. I couldn't see. I had to have Johnny clear the windshield. I had to lean over to the right side with my belt loose just so I could see the tree and get in the beams. I let go and it came straight up. I tried to pedal it once and it came down. So this is the log from the last run. You can see something's going on with the TPS in the upper left. It was 82% when I was on the starting line. And throughout the run, you'll see when it came down, I pedaled like a bitch one time, and then when it comes back, it's only 77%. So it went 550. The previous round was a 548 with 4 numbers slower, 60 foot. So kind of a bummer because I'm thinking this probably would have been like a 540 pass, given the 60 foot. I don't know. We can't tell in the video if it was with the back tire or the front tire. It came down right around there, but either way, pretty good. Fixed the throttle. I think we're gonna be stuck on the bottom half of the ladder by 1 car, which is kind of a bummer because that'll put us up against some tougher cars tomorrow. But we'll check throttle. We'll probably, what do you think, Johnny? Leave this tune-up in, the crowd pleaser tune-up?
Leave the tune-up in it.
Do the wheelie?
Yep.
If you can't win,
Track will be on kill tomorrow too again.
if you can't win, you might as well do a wheelie, right?
Right.
Okay, all right, we're gonna leave the wheelie tune-up in it. So it looks like with the wheelie tune-up, let's see, we left on, yeah, 5,000, about 5,000 RPM and 13.6 pounds. So it was cool. Kind of terrifying. Couldn't see out the windshield. Johnny was wiping it off for me. But I don't know. We'll leave it in it. We'll fix throttle. Try it for the first round tomorrow. Jordan in the Mox tank, did a little wheelie again, came down, got kind of greasy, but looks like we got there by like 200, so it was a hell of a race. So we just checked the ladder, and next round he's the #1 qualifier. He qualified at the 495. We've been 545 last round, so just gonna change the tune up a hair here. Right now we're making about 24.5 pounds. We're just gonna tack a little bit more in. So the ramp we were using is just that plateau of 18. We were bringing all the power in about 0.2 of a second in, and then it was just 18 out the back. And we're talking dome pressure here, so 18 makes about 24.5. So we're gonna add some, and about a second, 1.2 is where it comes out of the wheelie. So as soon as it's about to touch down, we're gonna add in another 5 over kind of a slower ramp, but I think if we stab it too hard, it's either gonna come up again or it's gonna knock the tires. So we'll try this, see what happens. So we're in the lanes for round 2. You got any predictions on the Hiroshima tune-up?
No predictions.
No, you don't want to venture what might happen.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We're just along for the ride.
Yes.
You got the tow strap with you?
Yes, we do.
In the golf cart?
In the golf cart. Whatever happens, happens.
All right, well, you only live once, right?
That's right.
So you might as well blow it up, trying to beat
And
the fastest stock clock
And there's
in
a
the
lot of
country.
junkyard motors out there still.
All right, let's do her. The car's starting really hard, so I just shut the oil pressure gauge off because I don't want to know. It smells kind of funny. It's a little rattly, but whatever. I'm not going to go home without trying. This is the guy we got here. Seems to know what he's doing. We got a diaper on it. It should be fine. So we're sitting in the burnout box, and the pair before us. Pair before us just oiled down the track, like 3:30 on. Car started super hard again. I don't know if it's gonna fire again or not. Hoping it does. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to fire this thing twice, so we'll see. car killed when it was straight in the air. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I will.
Back's a little sore.
Yeah, shut off.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I think I got power still. That sucks. I don't know why the car shut off. Definitely the data log see what happened. He only went a 520, and I know this tune-up would have got him. Shit. Oh well. Hopefully somebody got a cool picture or something. That sucks. Probably just cash the front end on this thing. I gotta tell Max will be sore for a while. Tailbone hurts. Woo! Need a brake job too. I wonder what the 60 was on the back tires though. Yeah, 134 is definitely on the back. It's like, I thought the kill switch got, just off.
I thought maybe you panicked. It was up there.
No, I was staying in it. That sucks. 1320's gonna post a video and everybody's be like, why'd you lift? Like I did, I promise. No idea why it would shut off like that. Man. Piss!
A little too much?
It shut off.
Huh?
I was riding her out. It shut off on me.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I think my tailbone's broken.
Tell you what,
Your what?
I think my tailbone's broken.
you nailed the crowd pleaser tune up though. You could like see it come in. It was like, oh, that was the wheel. Oh!
I don't think I have an overboost in it. Fuck, maybe I do. Didn't,
25, isn't it? Shit.
so it reverted to
Forgot about
cut ignition.
Whoops.
Whoops. Maybe for the best? I'm not sure at this point.
You were out on him in good ways too.
He only went a 20. I guarantee that was getting there first.
Yeah. Well, it might have gone there first if you didn't spend the whole time in the air. It was awesome because
You got a GoPro? Oh, that's cool. I wish I could. I was up there and all I could see was sky, and I was like, I don't care. And I just kept her flat foot. I'm like, woo! And all of a sudden it just goes, Mum. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, here we go.
it was awesome. Everyone's pretty sweet. There's only 10 I see.
27 pounds, cut ignition. God. Ugh. Well, we don't need to look at the log then.